Yes, people, welcome to Crime Daily. Members of a drug gang who imported more than £165 million worth of cocaine into the UK have been jailed. The Derby-based ringleader, Paldit Mangar, brought around 100 keys of the drug from contacts in Dubai using encrypted mobile phone messages. Police said it was then sent across the country, with the group at one point making an estimated 400 grand a day. The 21-strong gang were sentenced after multiple trials, with Mangar being jailed for 18 years and 3 months. Mangar, 45, ran the operation from a terraced house in Darley Abbey. Officers said the logistics of moving the drugs was organised by Jaswant Kalja, 41, of Coventry, who also collected money from the gang's customers. The money was dealt with by the gang's accountant, Manraj Johal, who kept detailed Excel spreadsheets that showed the incomings, outgoings and expenses of the gang. Using another encrypted device, Joel, 32, of Luton, would then contact the suppliers of the drugs to update them about how much money was being made. The gang had 2 offices in Luton and Derby, with an estimated 18.6 million being made by the gang between the 16th of March and the 30th of April 2020. The Derby office was run by Manveer Singh, who would sort bundles of cash, assigning an individual token number to each before giving them to couriers for distribution. Officers believed the gang's total earnings over the 408-day conspiracy to be 165,208,000. Derbyshire police said they were already investigating the gang when detectives were supplied with further evidence after the secure EncroChat phone system the gang were using was taken down. The system, which was used by criminals across the world, was infiltrated by law enforcement in Europe, who then passed the information to UK authorities. Police then intercepted 7 kilos of cocaine being transported in Derby in April 2020. The extent of the cash being turned over was shown in June 2020 when officers found money counter Nimrat Bayer midway through bundling 350k at a London apartment. DCI Tim Walters, who led the investigation, said it was huge. We saw bags of thousands of pounds being handed over on the street corners. We saw holders of cash being transported in taxis. They were using both residential and business properties as banks, which would hold between 1 to 2 million at a time. Following 4 trials last year, members of the gang were sentenced for a variety of counts at Derby Crown Court. Count 1, conspiracy to supply cocaine. Count 2, conspiracy to conceal, disguise, convert or transfer criminal property. Count 3, conspiracy to supply heroin. Count 4, conspiracy to conceal, disguise, convert or transfer criminal property. Count 5, possession of cocaine with intent to supply. Count 6, possession of cannabis with intent to supply. Count 7, possession of false identity documents. Count 8, possession with intent to supply heroin. Count 9, possession of a stun gun. Count 10, possession of a smoke grenade. The defendants were Paldit Mangar, 45, of Derby, guilty of counts 1 and 2 and received a sentence of 18 years and 3 months. Jaswant Kalja, 41, of Coventry, guilty of counts 1 and 2, received a sentence of 15 years and 3 months. Manraj Johal, 32, of Luton, guilty of count 1 and 2, received a sentence of 15 years and 8 months. Manveer Singh, 33, guilty of count 1 and 2, received a sentence of 13 years. Ranjit Sandhu, 49, of Derby, guilty of count 1 and 2, received a sentence of 6 years and 10 months. Basharat Iqbal, 46, of Derby, guilty of count 1 and 2, received a sentence of 7 years and 9 months. John Castledine, 63, of Derby, guilty of count 2, received a sentence of 7 years and 3 months. Michael Kareem, 36, of Nottingham, guilty of counts 1, 2, 7 and 10, received a sentence of 10 years. Kelly Williamson, 57, of Nottingham, guilty of count 1, received a sentence of 5 years and 3 months. Joseph Davidson, 41, of Derby, guilty of counts 1 and 3, 1, 3 and 5, received a sentence of 10 years and 2 months. Nathaniel Collymore, 39, of Burton and Trent, guilty of counts 1 and 4, received a sentence of 7 years and 5 months. Mohammed Shafiq, 38, of Derby, guilty of counts 1, 2 and 9, received a sentence of 12 years. Nimrat Bayer, 26, of Luton, guilty on count 2, received a sentence of 7 years and 1 month. Banaras Iqbal, 42, of Derby, guilty of count 2, received a sentence of 4 years and 9 months. Jermaine Callender, 44 of Luton, guilty of count 3, received a sentence of 3 years. Shimei Connell, 38 of Coventry, guilty of counts 3 and 6, received a sentence of 7 years and 9 months. Marvin Johnson, 41 of Luton, guilty of count 3, received a sentence of 11 years and 6 months. Adil Sadiq, 35 of Derby, guilty of count 2, received a sentence of 4 years and 7 months. Yo, people, moral of the story, yeah, don't want to do big years in jail, don't do big crime. Anyway, check back for more, yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, peace.